finally decided to join us, Shook.
Sorry, guys. Didn't sleep a wink.
Right then. Time to move on. How far now?
We'll be there soon enough. The High Intia ruins are just ahead.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Ryan's learning a lot of things at the start of an episode. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, we came here to Satorl Marsh, and we've made a decent bit of progress through the marsh already. What we should be doing in the long run is pushing on till the end of the marsh. We are not going to be doing that for the next couple of episodes. Head on to skip this one, and the next one if side content isn't your shit. Go straight to episode 23. This episode, we will be investigating Exile Fortress, this area over there. And so we're going to start off by talking to an expert. Let's head back to the Nopon merchant camp. So here we have Bakoko.
Somebody help! Bakoko need help! Ignas took Bakoko's friend, Katcher. If no one save Katcher, Ignas eat her!
That is indeed a problem. Good one, Dunban.
Katcher is scholar who know lots about the legends of this place. Bakoko think Ignas take Katcher for information. They know we'll eat Katcher straight away, but Bakoko's still worried.
This is serious. But what could the Ignas possibly hope? But what could the Ignas possibly hope to learn from him?
It must be about that big secret, but Bakoko not know very much.
An important secret. Sounds fascinating. But his safety is the top priority.
Ignas took Katcher to Exile Fortress. Will you save Katcher?
Yes, we will. So we have to save Katcher, who's imprisoned in Exile Fortress.
Bakoko think it too dangerous to go in from front. So better if you can go in back door. You need to find key to open back door.
Not a problem. Consider it done. So, this is what we're going to be dealing with mostly this episode, is this kind of series of quests. What we want to do is start off at the glowing obelisk, and you'll notice, yes, we have two goals for this quest here. We have a third over there, but that's not to do with this quest, that's something else actually. But if we head to the glowing obelisk, and we basically want to head west, and this is, as I say, this clunky, blocky looking thing over here is Exile Fortress. And we are going to learn a lot about that, including, you know, archaeology stuff about super important secret mysteries or whatever it was that Bakoko said. There are two ways in. There's the sneaky side way, and there is the main entrance. We are going to attempt the main entrance just to demonstrate why it's a terrible idea. You can do it, but I don't think I will, because it goes through Igna territory. This isn't even the hard part, because there's a lot of Ignas here, but these should be fairly straightforward, he says, confidently.
Born in a world of strife, against the odds, we choose to fight. Blossom dance.
So that's why, one of the many reasons why Dunban's awesome, by the way, is you presumably notice here that Dunban just murdered an entire Igna in one cycle of his talent art. It is absurdly powerful, and you'll notice there as well, if you ever successfully kill an enemy during a chain attack, you get an entire block of the party gauge back for that. So if you can kill a couple of enemies, you can just, like, we've got another chain attack ready, I'm going to hang on to it because I know what's coming. And there's a reason why we've got Sharla instead of Shulk as well. Don't worry, with Shulk, I meant to mention this, without Shulk in the party, you can still absolutely have visions and warn people, because the game's kind of treating it basically like Shulk is in the party. He's just not visible, it's just the main three you see, but the game certainly treats as if, I mean, where would they go? The game definitely treats it as though everyone who's in the party is taking part in the fight. With that done, we can have our crack at entering Exile Fortress. I've said it before, Satorl Marsh is just a bit, in the day. It's very grey, and oh, we've got people to kill. Let's do these in quickly.
Amateurish.
Yes, amateurish.
Oh man, after all my training.
Get fucked, Ryan, I guess. Oh, slippery! Ugh. It's actually slightly annoying because I slipped off there, because I was hoping to go into... If you look on the map, you'll see there's bastardry inside Exile Fortress. And I was hoping to go into that with the mostly full party gauge, but now I had to walk around and it diminishes over time. But yeah, well, I'm going to finish my rants about Satorl Marsh in a bit. Here is Exile Fortress. Got a lot of high-level Ignas and Reckless Godwin level 31. There are so many enemies here. This is such a tough fight. Fuck it. Let's see what we can do with it. Right. If Ryan goes in first, eventually we will draw Reckless Godwin's attention, but we might be able to avoid it for now. There we go. Right, we've got a chain attack right off the bat. So, let's open with a full Blossom Dance.
Against the odds, we choose to fight. Blossom Dance.
That's such a cool quote as well. Anyway, let's War Swing to then try and crack this back up to a full chain attack again. Did pretty well there. Oh, Charla, where train attacks go to die. I don't even need healing at this stage particularly, so let's Metal Blast through a fair few of them. Cosmic Killer combo, that's pretty good. For 40,000. Very nice. Right, we're actually nearly up. Basically, one of the only ways in which this fight is doable in normal senses is to basically constantly chain attacks. I know it sounds weird to say chain attacks, but there we go. Well, we're nearly onto another one. Who am I even targeting? There we go, he's there. Make him lock onto me at least, and we are ready for another chain attack. Not quite. Yes, there we go. Right, let's try a second one. Oh, they've got a darker chain attack ready, though. That's not great. Right, let's Worldly Slash, Gale Slash actually first. And then we do the old War Swing again. Not the most powerful, but it hits so many enemies here. The area of effect is useful. Charla's apparently just not taking part in this, and we are going to get Dark Chain attacked in a second. Oh, we seem to have broken their ability to Dark Chain attack. Maybe we killed the right person, or they lost their party age or something. Is that a thing? Can that happen? I don't know. Right. Okay, this is going well. Oh, don't get me wrong. The unique monster hasn't actually joined the fight yet, so oh, what am I going to do? I'm actually not. I'm going to hang on to this chain attack for exactly that reason, because they're going to do some bullshit soon. And I actually just want to get Born in a World of Strife, Blossom Dance even, powered up again and ready to go. And then this way we'll be going into this fight fairly well. Fuck it. Let's involve him now. Hello, Reckless Godwin. Nice of you to join us. Let's start with a chain attack on this prick. So, I'm unlikely to get a fourth chain, so I'm going to open with a Blossom Dance. Not amazing, but I couldn't risk waiting for the 4 times on that. And I wouldn't get it anyway because of Charla. There's only one guy here, so let's sword drive him. Charla. This is where healing comes in really handy. Heal round. Restores HP to everyone. Having that... you know what? I'll heal Blast onto Dunban and just fully heal him. See, that's the nice thing about Charla's healing and chain attacks. Doesn't do no power. It doesn't do no damage, but it can be very handy. Now we are having a bad one. Already we're having a vision. Not great. Sure would be great if we had... an auto, oh, what the fuck's it called? I think I fucked myself here. I've not got long to do something about this. And it switched onto Ryan. I'm going to have to just let Ryan die, basically. Yeah, whoever was going to get hit by that was essentially going to die. Reckless Godwin, as you're noticing, is very hard. And I've done this without Shulk, because I wanted Ryan for the initial part. But now, of course, while I can warn people about visions and all that shit... we'll leave him dazed on the floor while we deal with this guy a bit. Oh, I'm going to die from this. What can I do to warn Ryan? Ooh. Could you take the aggro? No, that's not going to help. I'll just sword drive him, why not? Won't say no to a free sword drive, certainly. Right, that's me dead. No, that's me toppled, and now he's got so many visions. Yeah, and obviously you can block these somewhat. Oh, there's a status condition we've not seen before. Instant death. If I don't get up in time, there we go. Decapitator, yeah, inflicts instant death on a toppled enemy. Right, what are we going to do here? Damage immunity. Sounds like that might be my deal. There we go, and now, look at that. It's going to, oh, still kill him in a slightly different way, I guess. I'm down, and we haven't got any party gauge, so it just fades to black. We actually did much better than I hoped there. I thought I wouldn't even get through to the Reckless Godwin, but he's tough. He's real tough. So instead, we're going to go the sneaky way around. Speeder on, please, as we head over to the west. So this here gets us a new waypoint, which is... which is... the Silent Obelisk. And over near here is the key that we're looking for to Exile Fortress. It has just been handily by someone just dropped on a tree here, I guess. With that, let's head back up to Exile Fortress. Oh, there's apparently a bit I can climb here. Will this take me where I need to go? Looks like it will. Up we go. Also, right, absurd thing about Dunban. his right arm doesn't really work anymore, so he doesn't even climb with it. His feet are going mad while his left hand is just all that's pulling him up, and he's just doing it wholly one-handed. I mean, the man's badass and whatnot, but that just seems physically deeply unlikely. But yes, we can avoid basically that whole fight with Reckless Godwin. I was handy with the chain attacks and stuff like that, but I think the issue is maybe I could have, with a bit of time, swapped over to Shulk, because that's kind of the issue with a high-level monster like that, is you get a lot of visions, and, like, you know, between Monado speed and Monado shield, could have probably done quite a lot to block some of those, but obviously had no option to do that without Shulk in the party. We still get the visions, but you are more limited in what you can do against him. And the issue was, after the chain attack, which didn't do a lot, I was fucked because I was out of party gauge. There was no recharging, you can't really warn people or get people back to full health, but, like, down from dead better. I'm talking shit. Let's head up to the door to Ectile Fortress. So this time, instead of going up that way, we actually want to come down here. It would have been potentially slightly easier to warp straight back to the obelisk and go from there. Not the obelisk, yeah, that is glowing obelisk, yeah. You can see all the Ignas and in the kind of main throne room there. But we can sneak around this back way. You're always very much welcome to do this. Able to do this. I think it's, by the way, 6:30 is when the night glow starts kicking in. So apparently that was a lie. When does it kick in? I'm curious. Because I know it starts kicking in before the music kicks in entirely. There we go, it's about 22. Oh, it's so cool just seeing, like, that, the bioluminescence kick in and just start to kind of drift up from them. But yeah, you're welcome to do this at any point, but you will find this door locked to you unless you've got the key. Takes us to the same place, and everyone's there, and oh, those chests have gobs I could grab in them. Well, we'll do that in a second. And Katcher is here.
You were a little bit too slow. Katcher told secret to Ignas, but Katcher's so happy you come to save her. Now Katcher can go back to see Bakoko. Thank you so much.
And we'll return to follow her in a second. I'm actually just going to see if I can sneak right on the side of these lads and get some of these silver chests. Because they'll probably have some useful shit in it. No, we've been rumbled! Okay, cool. Let's head back to the Nopon merchant camp then.
Katcher just came back, but it looked like Katcher told Ignas secret.
But Bakoko just glad Katcher's safe. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. Oh, don't worry about it. It was nothing. There we go.
Bakoko not know what Ignas want to do. Bakoko just feels so happy you saved Katcher.
And that completes Katcher's kidnapping. Gets us some jungle gear. Don't know if that's any good. Oh, who's got a skill tree thing? Ryan has. Recourse HP to an encourage ally. That's pretty good. Well, swap him onto Spirit for a bit. Jungle cap and stuff. Any good? Certainly for Dunban. I'm going to put all of these on Dunban if they're better than what he's got, because they are slotted gear, and Dunban like it to slots. Dunban's thing, as I say, is being an agility tank. So agility up is the shit for Dunban. Keep him on his toes, have him dodging all the attacks, and while still continuing to draw aggro very nicely. I've swapped some of Shulk's to auto attack and art stealth. Shulk wants absolutely no aggro at any cost, so both of those will be handy. Oh, I never put anything on Ryan's weapon. What a bastard. All of the aggro for Ryan as well. Everyone except Shulk wants aggro. And Sharla obviously as well, so only half of the party. Holy shit, that's a look. Absolutely. See also for Sharla. It's the jungle gear, by the way, that has this kind of, it's called Magna type, that has this kind of jungly look, which sometimes looks absurd, but sometimes looks amusing. Or some combination of the two. I suppose it looks absurd. Oh, look at that, it goes to like a claw on one arm. Yes. Sharla's probably my most ridiculous looking person at the moment. But I'm kind of okay with it. So, with that finished, we have new quests from both Bakoko and Katcher. I'm going to start with Katcher's, because Bakoko's quest needs Katcher's kidnapping to be done, but is kind of unrelated, whereas Katcher continues along this quest cycle.
Katcher need ask you for help. Katcher have big problem. Ignas got information from Katcher. Ignas went to high place above Dark Swamp. Katcher want you to follow them. Could you tell me more? Yeah, what's on your mind? Ignas want to get Giant's treasure. They broke rocks blocking way, made path. They so determined. It looked like they might get it. Giants? Did they really exist here? You saw when you saved Katcher. Ignas took Katcher to huge building. I agree. A building of such size could only have been used by giants. Giant's key that Ignas wanted on top high place east of Dark Swamp. Kill them before they find it. Then you dig it up. Use to open hidden door in Exile Fortress and investigate altar. This all sounds very exciting. The Giant's key. So you need to defeat 5 deluded Ignas on the high plateau above the Dark Swamp. Katcher knew you say yes. Katcher can see you eager. Go get them, Ignas. Not a problem. Consider it done. So, the Dark Swamp is this bit over here. We've actually not had a really good look at it. That's because it's not true, is it? That's what I thought. I don't know why that didn't appear until I started tracking it, but yes. It's just up there around the back of Exile Fortress. So let's head up to Igna territory and then we'll go from there. That was a lie, by the way. We don't want to go up to Igna territory. We want to go right around it. Almost as if we were getting the key to Exile Fortress. But we just hug along this wall. This is where the quest tracker is sometimes useful because I make notes and they're great, and I often just don't follow them and don't read them properly like that. So our target is over here because this bit down there is the Dark Swamp, and we'll get to exactly why it's that stinky purpley color soon. I'm sure you can imagine. Cast your minds back to Super Mario Sunshine. Anyway, we just got 5 deluded Ignas to kill. These guys are only level 25. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. That's the nice thing I actually see about Dunban. Oh, they've got a dark chain attack built up. Well, let's light chain attack them first. I was going to say it's the nice thing about Dunban being as agility focused as he is that he can really easily dodge attacks, which gives you a really good chance to do the thing. Words not working for me well here today. Gives you a really good chance to dodge attacks and thus get a chance to get burst affinity and I don't know why they're not firing off the dark chain attack. It's okay. And yeah, build up a bit of the party gauge. Anyway. Oh no, here it comes. Here's the dark chain attack. Wallop and wallop. I can't remember if we ever saw this with Turkins, but here we are. This is a dark chain attack. It's awful. But I mean, these guys aren't too bad of an enemy. We're higher level than by quite some margin, so I'm not too concerned. But have they got another dark chain attack built up? That's not on. There we go. Kill them in a chain attack, which is always cool as well. And with Sharla, no less. Should we get some good shit for that, maybe? Apparently not. Well, we'll get good shit for this quest anyway. So, over here is what Katcher wanted us to dig up. This should open the hidden door. The Giant's Key. Hey, it's the name of the thing. With that, as you can see, it's pointing us to the upper chamber of Exile Fortress again. So, we're going to head in through the back way once again, because then we don't have to fight Reckless Godwin and all of that bollocks. So, this time, we can go behind... Oh, those treasure chests are still there taunting me. But behind, we can go to the Wall of Sin. And crack it open. And this is how these guys don't hear this thing sliding around. But you can see what they mean, what Katcher means by... Yes, this place perhaps built for giants. It's certainly massive. And you know me, viewer, I love ancient ruins in the game. And this really gives my brain something to work with these massive ancient giant ruins. But over here, we have an altar on the top. It looks like we need to place an offering of some kind. With that, let's return to Katcher. You the best. You protect treasure from Ignas.
What? There was big altar, but nothing happened.
Ah, Katcher forgot something. Katcher thought Ignas would get stuck there. Katcher tell you about it next time. Thank you for protecting treasure.
Don't worry about it. It was nothing.
Katcher give you this to thank you for protecting Giant's treasure.
So she gives us recovery up, which increases how much you're healed by. It's a 4th level gem, which is not bad, but that's not an amazing type of gem. Katcher's got another quest for us, but I'm quickly going to sell some gubs here and buy some art books. Actually, I don't even need to sell some gubs. Wonderful. Because you've got a load of art books for Dunban here. Gale Slash, great. Electric Buster, Gut Buster is great. Battle Eye is great. Spirit Breath is great. Steel Strike is great. And Worldly Slash is great. Peerless I don't use so much. Oh, I didn't even talk about Binding Blossom. Binding Blossom takes
aggro from another friendly character and transfers it to Dunban. Can be handy, but I always just forget to use it. It's quite stressful to use it in the middle of a fight, I'll be honest. Cool, got a load of shit we can level up. And with that, Gale Slash is probably the most used Dunban skill because it starts off the combo with Worldly Slash and the combo with Steel Strike, so both are real handy. We've also got a new art on Charla, apparently. Have we? Oh, we must have not had Head Shaker before. Okay, Head Shaker is alright. Dazer someone from top, it's alright, but it's a pistol whip, so it needs to be close. And if you have it equipped, Charla will have an unfortunate tendency of going up and trying to use it, which is a problem. That you want her away from the battle. I'm going to, by the way, I haven't had Tranquilizer on for a while, but so I very rarely actually play as Charla. And one thing I've learned is that the AI is actually pretty good at using Tranquilizer, that it will specifically, and this is hard to do when you're a player, but what they will do is specifically tranquilize someone who's out of combat and just kind of target them there, someone that neither of your allies are targeting, and then go back to that, which is real handy. So she actually kind of uses it properly, so I'm going to keep it on her as an AI. I'm also just going to level up some other arts. Bit more War Swing, I think. Always more War Swing for Ryan. More War Swing, more Sword Drive, though that Sword Drive is absurdly high level. Cool, with that all done, why is it giving me skill trees? Who's learning skill trees? Ryan has learned a thing. That's great. What's he on now? Incapacity. Oh no, skill links. Ah, Ryan and Charla have gone up a level together. Ryan can't get anything from Charla. And Charla can't afford anything from Ryan because she's out of affinity coins. Otherwise she could have medium armor, which she can have in heavy armor. Okay, heavy armored Charla can be kind of useful because, you know, she's the healer and you want her basically protected outside of the party. But also it can sometimes be not helpful that you actually want a bit more agility than defense focused and ether defense from ranged shit. Anyway, I'm going to switch up the party a bit to Shulk in first, then Dunban, and then Ryan. That sounds good. Let's talk to Katcher for the next quest. You found out Altar Exile Fortress has secret, right? Could you go into more detail? Okay, Katcher tell you. Just put offering on altar. Offerings and rituals and things very important for giants. They are so mysterious. Same true for ruins everywhere. So they may have been big, but they valued rules and order. Maybe that's how giants were. But Katcher think they're also giants who fought white spiders. I see. I suppose they were all different, just like us. Maybe we need to put Giant's Mirror on altar. Daksha Shrine on Bionis Leg, not far from here. Go get it and put on altar. So this is the Giant's Treasure. Collect the Giant's Mirror from the Daksha Shrine area on Bionis Leg. We've not been there before. Katcher know where it is. Tell Katcher when you get it. So the Daksha Shrine is one of the final areas of Bionis Leg that we can happily go to, that we haven't. It is in this kind of area over here, over Villiera Hills. So let's head to, like, here-ish, basically. So from here, we are kind of onto this paved area, which heads up towards the Daksha Shrine, as you can see here. There's actually two things we need to do here, because you'll notice there's two red exclamation marks on the map. Also, by the way, fair warning, there's something in this quest that often scares the shit out of people if they're not expecting it. It certainly made me jump the first time I did it, so, you know, be prepared for that. I'll give you a bit of warning when it's potentially coming. Also, there's a lot of Antols around, but they're all low enough level to not bother us. What we actually want to do for this list, so here's Daksha Shrine, we actually want for this quest to head over to that orb that's over there, but we're going to do something else first. There's a quest that we have had for quite some time, and the last time we did anything with this quest was when we were in Tephra Cave. That was, as in with just Shulk and Ryan, it was before we even learnt that we can change the future. So definitely long ago. But up here, we'll kind of continue that on a bit. There are some big enemies here. There's some Dark Coxers and Tempest Fangs, which are level 76, and will absolutely rip my knob off if they see me, but they're fairly easy to dodge around. And what we want over here is this. The Twisted Gun, the second of the 3 mementos of a lost son. This was Cheryl's son, who was heading his way up to the Bionis head. So he certainly fought through here. What did he fight for? Well, this view. So this is the observation platform, which, as the name implies, gives a pretty good view of Ragwell Bridge, Ragwell Lake, and all the way over kind of Villiera Hill, and a nice view of the Mechonis over there. Not what we came here for, though. Let's head back down to Daxter Shrine. And here, what we want, brace yourselves, is on the shrine here. Yes, it's guarded by this bastard. This is Clifftop Bayern, which literally means someone from Bavaria, which is a very strange name. With the 3 we have here, we may have a good chance here. What we want to do is basically topple, not quite lock it, but we certainly, between Shulk, a lot of people want to go into this fight with Sharla, and I can see why you think that would be a good idea. It's not. Your real way of taking on... So Clifftop Bayern is quite unusual for a large, unique monster, is that it has no resistance to break or topple. So I should be able to, with Shulk, basically keep it constantly dazed, keep it toppled with Rhine and Dunban, and then daze it with Shulk as necessary. So I just need to be focusing on... Oh no. Yep. Saw that coming too late. Oh, and it's force daze on all of us. Right, now, the issue with this loadout is that only Shulk is... Ah, yes, brilliant. And so that's daze. And then chain attack at the best part of the music. Bam, 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 doo, doo, doo. I say, these 3 work fantastically together in a chain attack, so let's scale slash it. And then we'll sword drive it with Rhine. Oh, 3 times critical sword drive on a dazed enemy. Love to see it. The issue is healing ain't going to be great. So let's heal Rhine. I think we'll need it the most. I will Shadow Eye myself. Yeah, it's tempting to take Charlotte here and be like, hey, I've got healing so I can be in for the long haul. And that is often the case in fights like this. Except this one, you have the real advantage, as I say, because you can keep it broken and toppled almost constantly, as long as your AI friends will actually topple stuff properly. But I'm breaking it a shit ton. There we go, broken again there. Can't daze it, but hey, topple is something. Oh, of course, Ryan can do his own daze as well. Wonderful. I'm going to heal Ryan again. And then, now as we get a bit further on, the trick becomes, do we want to actually start doing chain attacks? Or do we want to hold on to party gauge for healing? We haven't actually taken a great deal of damage since the dive impact incident there that forced daze on all of us. Oh, I can't resist. A chain attack while we're all toppled. We'll probably regret this, but there we go. Slit Edge. Dumban can Worldly Slash. And Ryan can 3 times Sword Drive again. I was really hoping to get a chain extension there. Didn't. Unfortunately, yes, see my earlier salty comments, RE, Dunban, and lack of affinity with Shulk and Ryan. Fortunately, he's doing something very useful here. He doesn't know what he wants to target Dunban or Ryan, so he keeps spinning between them. And whenever he does, he can't attack while he's physically spinning between them because they're on both sides. It can actually be very handy for basically stopping him from able to attack properly. So we're in a pretty good way for this guy here. Vision, not great. Hey! Oh, no, shit. So, let's do something different. Because we can't counter that. Not only because I don't have any Monado beans ready, but also that's the 3rd level talent card, and I only have shield up to level 2. Need to level up shield after this. But we can use Last Stand, which will revive Ryan on full health if he's incapacitated. And indeed, he's about to become incapacitated. I'll be ready to heal him. Because, yep, oh, look at that. Dive impact happens. I get the fuck away, because this is the thing that forced daze on all of us. Ryan survived. Me and Dunban were killed, but we also managed to defeat the enemy there. That was a really cool finish. And dropped some cool stuff. Kronos bottoms. That sounds really good. And a Dynastrar. Oh, there we go. Let's see if any of it's actually useful. Well, the better one Dunban's got on at the moment. Spike defense can be handy. I say Spike is a thing that certain enemies have, which gives them things that happen either when they're toppled or when you attack them. It's a kind of instant counter attack. So Spike defense can be handy. Ooh, that's good. The Dynastrar. We don't get. Oh, but we don't get the things. And night vision's all right. Tough, but I will go for the Dynastrar there just for the stats from that. You can't fault a weapon which is literally just better in every way than everything you have on at the moment. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go for that. Why not? Furry goes with his baffling headgear at the moment.
with that, we got the Giant's Mirror actually at the beginning of that fight, which I really was not expecting to win that fight, so that's pretty good. So, we need to now head back to Satorl Marsh and to the roof of Exile Fortress. Oh, before that as well, Ryan's learned a new art, Dive Sobat, which is a weird one because it chains with Bone Upper. Probably better than Hammer Beat in the first instance, though, that it basically can inflict, it hits paralysis and gives agility down, which makes other attacks more likely to hit after Bone Upper, so if he uses them together, it can be handy. Who's got skills as well? Ah, Dunban. Invincible Hero, yes. That one's handy to have. That first one's a bit crap, but we'll work towards the second one at least. Right, let's get Monado's shield leveled up as well, because that was embarrassing that we couldn't use it there. Well, it's not embarrassing, it's just slightly unfortunate. I don't want it to happen again. So, up here on the roof, let's place the Giant's Mirror on the altar. Sholter, good one. A strange object has emerged. The Daring of the Giants. We'll find out what that does literally in about 60 episodes' time. Probably longer. But it's handy to have. And also, yes, remember what Katcher was saying about some giants fought white spiders? Yes, these are the deified queens, and the one at Daksha Shrine is kind of supposed to be linked to that as well. This is not going to be an easy fight too. I'm going to try and position myself here so I can Monado Buster the pair of them. Don't know if I nailed it or not there. And I'm going to attempt the same... Ah, one of them fell off. Good, that makes my life a lot easier. At least it can't be in a fight if it's down there. Oh, it's running around? I don't want to know where that's going. Well, we'll deal with that later. One deified queen, much easier. There's a third one over there, but we'll deal with that in just a second. This one I think is like a wholesome element, well, not a wholesome enemy, but like a normal enemy, a lot more resistant to break and topple. Still absolutely be broken and toppled during a chain attack, but also just not as powerful as Clifftop Bavarian. Oh, that one worked its way back up, bastard. But yeah, because they're not unique monsters, they're nowhere near as powerful, so hopefully we can take the three of these down and get some useful gubs for it. Ah, so there she's actually using a Talon Heart. I don't even need the higher leveled Monado shield, but there we go. Shield onto everyone. That's the nice thing about shield as well. You don't have to target it. Let's warn Dunban as well. Why not get a free entire Blossom Dance? I'll take that. That'll get some aggro back. Oh, he does the button press for it. I was all ready to do it myself. But yes, that's going to hit Ryan and do a grand total of 2 damage. That actually might be the first time we've seen shield. I don't know if we've seen it before, which is hilarious. I've got the aggro, which is not... Oh no, someone got the aggro. Someone got the aggro. I think that was done. No, it was me. That's fine. We wanted that. Right, let's try and see if we can finish it with a chain attack. Where am I? Am I at the side? I'm at the side, so let's slit. And then we'll finish it with Sword Drive. Yes! Right, I think the second one's joining the fray at this point, so... Yep. Fresh from its falling off the side, but unfortunately monsters can't really take fall damage, because otherwise that'd be hilarious. No, look at me, you fanny. Guys, aggro. There we go. Right, let's roll. Right, let's mix things up a bit and actually try to break. Topple! And daze it during a chain attack. That was pretty cool. Now, if I go straight to Shaker Edge, I can daze it while it's dazed to continue its daze. And we can kind of lock it down here a little bit. And a chain attack again. Wow, that came around fast. Well, let's do the same. Often against enemies that can't be broken, untoppled normally, it can be handy to... Aha, there we go. Let's do a Monado Buster. I was going to try and do a second daze, but you know what? This will be a 2x Buster on a dazed enemy. No bad thing.
You can definitely do that. Fight was really brutal. Man, that was scary. Tend to your wounds and prepare for the next battle.
That's a cool bit of dialogue between the three of them. Nothing particularly handy from that chest. Iron leggings with a slot. Maybe we'll have a look at those in a bit. And there's one more deified queen. By the way, you don't have to fight these for the quest. They can just be handy for the gubs. Oh, now we're talking. So, we did the full break, topple, and daze. Then we got an extension so that Shulk got Monado Buster. And now we get 3 times Worldly Slash. I was really hoping that he'd have Blossom Dance ready, because then you get 3 times on each of the individual 4 hits, and it's fucking brutal. Multi-part combos later on in chain attacks are vicious.
We've damn near stun-locked this guy. We are working extremely well together, especially because we've got good tension. It's all just going very nicely. One of the things that will really fuck you over in this fight is if we were fortunate that we could basically only 2 of them targeted us initially because of distances, and then 1 fell off the cliff. So we could actually like divide and conquer in a way you can't normally do. Anyway, let's return back to Katcher again. White spiders came out when you put mirror on shrine? Katcher no know about that, but you got treasure, right? Huh? A strange thing. It the daring of the giants. Katcher glad Ignos no get slimy mitts on such amazing thing. I'm glad everything worked out. But daring of giants is no use by itself. You should take it. It definitely come in handy at giant ruins somewhere. You should thank Katcher. And indeed, we actually get something really handy for this. A double attack 4. So double attack means occasionally when you make an auto attack, you just make a second auto attack, which is real handy. And a double attack 4 does that 20% of the time. So 1 in 5 of your attacks just does another attack. Unfortunately, because Ryan's posh new weapon, Ryan would be the perfect person for that, really, because it's handy for drawing aggro. But honestly, it's probably more effective than an aggro up on Dunban, so let's put it on his steel cutlass. With that, got one thing I want to finish up with. It's been an absolute age, but we're going to do a heart-to-heart. We had loads of them in the beginning of the game, and then there just haven't been any for a while because you need to build up characters and affinity and all of that. But let's head to Ragwell Bridge. And here we have a heart-to-heart between Ryan and between Shulk and Sharla, which is what visions may bring. Hey Shulk, what's it like being able to see the future? It's kind of hard to explain. If I had to describe it, it's like being made to watch a dream. A dream, huh? That's one strange power. Tell me, Sharla, what do you think of my power? I wish I had it. If I had your power, maybe I could have saved Colony 6. I can see why that would mean a lot to you. You might have even been able to save Gado. Yeah, but honestly, the more I think about it, the more I realise none of this could have been helped. And your power kept Juju safe. I'll always be grateful for that. Yeah, that was a close one. I'm glad we got to him in time. Otherwise, there could have been a future where Juju didn't make it. Thank goodness for your visions. If you have a vision, it means you can save someone's life. I feel like I'm a stronger person while I'm around you. That's kind of you to say, thank you, Sharla. But what is it? I can't quite see everything. Sometimes the visions are hazy. And even when I've seen the future, I can't always change it. What are you talking about what happened to Fiora? Yeah. I'm also worried about what's going to happen to Bionis. I've hardly been able to see anything. If only my power wasn't so limited. Don't be so hard on yourself. You've saved us how many times now? Yeah, I guess I have. Thanks, Sharla. But I still wish I could master my power a bit better. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. I'll support you all the way. And on that, we will hold it here. After the ending, I'll of course run through the alternate paths on the heart-to-hearts. Dumb bandit blocking like that. And yeah, next episode, we have got another chain of side quests to do in Satorl Marsh. Then we will, in the episode following that, number 23, we will get on with the main quest again. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day. I still don't quite believe it. What? All this time and you still don't believe me? No, that's not what I meant at all. What did you mean then? It's just such an unbelievable thing. Even as I think about it now, I can't fathom how you can do it. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Actually, I kind of feel the same way. Maybe I'll never understand it. Sharla, if you could have one vision of the future, what would you want to see? How Colony 6 turns out. I can't stop wondering about the day the colony is back to normal. It used to be such a fun, bustling place. That's the home I remember, and I want it back the way it was. Sharla, And not just that. I wonder who's going to be by my side, enjoying it with me. Sharla, what were you going to say? Oh, nothing. The point is, I might not have your power, but I'm going to get my home back. And we'll be there to help you. We'll fix it together. Juju getting married. That's what you want to see? Hey, it's my vision, it can be anything I want. Don't you have any brothers or sisters you want to know about? No, I'm an only child. Then you don't know how much I worry about little Juju. If Juju ends up with the wrong girl, I'll be devastated. Oh, I didn't think about that. I'm sorry, that sounds important. I'm very protective of him. Not long after we were both born, we lost our parents. I became like a mother to him. I'm slightly jealous of Juju. I wish I had someone like you looking out for me. There's nothing to fear. But it doesn't work like that. Some things I can't see. Even if I do see someone dying, I might not be able to stop it. I couldn't stop what happened to Fiora. No, I suppose not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. I could see it just as it was about to happen, but I was still powerless to save her. I guess I misunderstood. What do you mean? The ability to have these visions, it's not without its consequences. It means you can help people, but it's a heavy burden as well. Yeah. Thank you, Sharla. I feel better from talking to you. I can't see the future, but I'm good at solving problems I can see. Talk to me about anything, anytime.